Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. I can't believe it's already like almost Valentine's. Like that's crazy. Like almost middle of February. The year just started. That's crazy. Let me get right into it. But before I get into my chronicle, I want to send a shout out to Cardi B. Congratulations to her. Regardless of you support her or not, regardless of you listen to her music or not, you got to give her props. She's the first female rapper to get a Grammy for a rap album. So kudos to Cardi B. I do like Cardi B. I do listen to her music. So kudos to her and congratulations. I just wanted to say that I didn't watch the Grammys last night, but my social media account was blowing up this morning. So I looked it up and I think there was some issue with Mac Miller, who may he rest in peace, was I guess one of the other individuals in that same category. He did not win, but Mac Miller's family had asked that Cardi B, that if Mac Miller couldn't win in absentia, that they hope Cardi B won, and she did. And when she did, she gave a shout out to Mac Miller and his family, as he rests in peace. So shout out to Cardi B. Congratulations, girl. I'm happy for you. That's good stuff. Now, let me move on to my chronicle. Gucci. Now, everyone has been seeing all these issues online about the blackface sweater that Gucci felt compelled to come out with. And obviously, there has been a lot of heat put on them. And now they have removed that blackface sweater from distribution and from manufacturing and from the market completely. So you can't even purchase that product nowhere in the world. However, it should not have taken this situation for them to realize that they shouldn't have created such a monstrous item. I mean, there are so many different things I could talk about, but what I wanted to zoom in on was T.I.'s IG response to the sweater and, what Gucci has done to kind of follow up with the issue. And so I watched T.I.'s video and he mad. I mean, usually, we know who T.I. is, right? We know his background, where he come from, and the things he's gone through in life. But normally, because T.I. is so smart, and if you guys have never taken the time to listen to him, he's very intelligent. A lot of the knowledge he's obtained has either been from the streets or because he has taken the time to learn about things, and I respect that about him. But normally he doesn't get out of sorts. Every blue moon he might act out, and this was his blue moon. So the situation is that T.I. did his IG video and he was throwing out facts. So one thing he did say is that the African American community, and I'm gonna say that again, the African American community puts 1.24 trillion into the design branding industry, right? So if we were to step back and stop purchasing these designer brands, let's just say, it would affect all of their businesses. That's his point. Okay, no matter what number you find, the point is African Americans, we are the largest community that is giving money to these designer brands. Okay, so for someone like Gucci, who has been around since 1921, who was started in Florence, Tuscany, Italy, by Guccio Gucci, for them to be around almost 100 years, you should know better. You should know better. And the fact that you're not even from America and people from America have indulged in your product, have supported you for almost 100 years, I would think, regardless of their race or their nationality, that you would respect them and be smart about the choices you make of the products that you sell. So you telling me, Gucci, and I'm speaking to the company as a whole, that you didn't know that what you were doing was wrong? I doubt that. I doubt that. I don't agree with that. And this is my thing. And T.I. said it in his IG upload that at the end of the day, because let me go back. So Gucci has put out a public apology, and they, Gucci announced that they had removed that sweater off of the market and blah, 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 blah. And they were apologizing and that they were going to be, going through training, sensitivity training and going through diversity training. But let me be very clear about this. I agree with T.I. You apologizing is not enough. That's not going to work. You getting on there and saying, oh, I apologize for how we made other people, how we may have made the African-American community feel. That wasn't our intent, and all of that. You can miss me with all of that shit, because at the end of the day, you have a whole marketing team, just like any of these other large corporations. I mean, this company brings in, I think the last time I saw the numbers from like 2017, this company brings in like at least $7 billion. $7 billion. That's a lot of money. And you're in, you've got 550 stores all over the world. You telling me that your department, because I'm sure they have a large marketing department, you're telling me that that department was not educated enough to know that the product that you were putting out was going to offend a certain ethnicity. That's what you're telling me? After all of the things that we've been experiencing over the last 2 years, and I won't go into politics, but the last 2 years, because of how the culture has changed in this world, how the climate has changed racially, politically, religiously. You telling me that you didn't realize that that sweater that you created, that clearly is a black face with red lips. You telling me you didn't know? You had no clue from anybody on your team, your marketing team, right? That would be offensive. That's what you're talking about? Because that's what their issue, that's what their response is. We apologize. We didn't know. You didn't know? So one of two things. I'm going to make this short. One of two things. Either A, your marketing team did do what they were supposed to do, and they did a test population, which is what you do. You go out there and you target a certain demographic and you do a test, a study. You go out there and you see if we were to sell this sweater in this demographic, how popular would it be? How many sales would we get? How do we market it? How do we advertise it? Right? How do we, get most from this product? How do we make the money that we want to make, not only to cover how much it, took to actually, how much it costs to manufacture the product, but then to make some dividends, some revenue. How much did it cost? Right? So what do we do to make sure that we get that money back and then some? What steps do we take? How do we market it? What's the brand? What's the look? What do we call it? Where do we start, distributing this product first? And then where do we go from there? You telling me that your whole entire marketing team that did that, somebody had to have done that. Okay, that's the first thing. So that means that I would hope that at least one person in that team said to somebody in leadership, hey, you guys, this is inappropriate. And the question is, did they? Did somebody from your marketing team, one of your teams, tell you that? And then you just overlooked it? You just swept it under the rug? You say, you know what? We still gonna sell it. Is that what happened? Or is it the second option, that you weren't smart enough as a $7 billion company to think ahead to decide if this is something you should put out there with your name on it? Because if that's the choice, where you just said, fuck it, I'm just going to release it and we're just going to pray for the best, you're a fucking idiot. That's what that is. Who the fuck does that? That's bad business. That's bad. Either way is bad business. If somebody warned you on the front end and you ignored it, or if you just didn't give a flying fuck and you decided, you know what, we gonna sell this anyway and just whatever, then you know what, that's still bad business. Either way, you in the hot seat, because you've been around for almost 100 fucking years. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? I mean, somebody had to have told you, or you had to have told your damn self, that this is not the right thing to do. This may be misconstrued. Whether you were trying to do it or not, you should have known better. You should have known that that was not the right thing to do. You should have known your consumers better than that. And like I said, with the current climate of politics and racial tension, you should have known better. Whether that was your goal or not, somebody should have told you. And whoever didn't, you need to fire their ass. Hell, you need to fire yourself. Get your whole new team. And you can sit here and talk about diversity and you got this so-and-so working for you. And that don't mean shit. Because if you're not using them as a tool of knowledge, as a resource to help educate you about this dumb shit right here, you can just miss me with that. You might as well get rid of that whole diversity team that you got working for you. Because they're not helping you. They hurting you. That's common fucking sense. Even if you don't got no street sense to you. Or book sense for that matter. You need to at least have some common sense. Some common. And I realize that common sense is not common. But in this industry, as cutthroat as it is and as competitive as it is, you don't need to lose out on one area of expertise. You need to make sure all your shit is in place. Because it is too competitive out here. Too. And any little thing can get put on social media. That's the world we live in. This 2019, right? 2019. Okay. So in 2019, that's how people keep record and keep track of shit. All they gotta do is press that little video button. Boom. That's all they gotta do. And boom. Voila. That shit is gonna be everywhere. Domestically, internationally. That's all it take. It only take one person. And it only take one person to respond to this shit, and this shit will grow like wildfire, like T.I. Now, T.I. has made it very clear how he feels. Fuck this shit. He said, yeah, I've been a huge supporter of Gucci for many, many years. Many years. That's when he was quoting that 1.24 trillion that Americans put into the designers in the world. Gucci being one of them. And he said that he's been a big supporter of Gucci and that he's not wearing not one motherfucking piece of wardrobe of Gucci ever again. And he said, I don't know what I'm going to do with that shit. Burn it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I'm not wearing it. I can't even be mad. That's his right to feel that way. But my point in bringing T.I. up, besides the fact that I want you to go and see his video, you can look it up on YouTube. It's on there. Besides that, the fact that it only takes one person to put this shit on fire and on blast and other people to follow. So that's all it takes. And, you know, he has a large following, T.I. does. And while I was looking at the video, because even though it was on YouTube, it was actually an IG post video that he did. So he was live on IG. And so they then put it on YouTube. And this was just on Friday. It was this past weekend. On the 8th, I think it was, that he did the video. And so you can see people responding, you know how it does when it's live, people making comments. There were other well-known people like Kimora Lee Simmons. I mean, hello, she's her own designer. She was married to a well-known designer, Russell Simmons. She was a model. Her children are half black. She Asian, but her babies are half black, all her kids. So she feeling some kind of way. And that's the thing that people don't understand. When you go around here making little innuendos and little comments and little slick sayings and putting things out there, what you don't know is it's not just about the African American culture. It's about people that are also part of that culture. Because unlike some, we are welcoming to others, to other races, other ethnicities, other religions. So yeah, I might be African American or black, but my husband is not, right? Or my friends, they may not be black, which they aren't. Not all my friends. My coworkers that I'm cool with aren't all black, right? And these people have other friends, or they may be married to somebody that's black, but they not black. What I'm saying is, you think you just coming for us, but you coming for us, the people that we love, the people that love us. That's what you don't understand. It's not just about our skin tone. It's about everybody that is connected. That's what it's about. That's what you don't know. So when you lose sales, Gucci, because you will, it's not going to just be African Americans. It's going to be all. It's going to be all. Our family, our friends, our associates, because they don't want to be associated with that either. They don't want to be caught in that because they don't want to feel like they supporting that bullshit. So you're losing business and trust. Like T.I. said, stop buying Gucci and you'll see the effects within first quarter. Their first quarter numbers will go down. And that's the truth. And that's any business, right? That's any business that loses revenue. And especially a small window of time. It's very noticeable. It's very obvious. Your shareholders start to notice. Board members start to notice. Your supporters, they notice. And then you lose supporters as well as part of this. So what I'm saying is, Gucci, that shit you did, talking about you apologizing or you didn't know, is some bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that, because there ain't no fucking way I believe that with all that fucking money you making, you don't have a diversity team, or you don't have a marketing team, or you don't have a not even just a legal team, but you don't have some, you're telling me you don't have somebody that looks into that tests that type shit out beforehand? Yeah, I don't believe that. And if you don't, shame on you. Either way, you fucked up. Either way, you fucked up. Because there's no way you can be in this kind of industry, have that kind of business making $7 billion, and you don't know how to do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So shame on you, Gucci. Shame on you. And I'm not even a Gucci wearer. Like, I'm not even a Gucci person at all. So for me, I'm not, it's not like I gotta like retire my wardrobe. I don't fuck with Gucci. However, I've always admired Gucci's wardrobe. I wear other wardrobes, but at the end of the day, for me, I'm like, that's fucked up for those that have supported Gucci, that do support Gucci, that do, put money into that brand. Shame on you. Shame on you. And don't think that this is going to be forgotten, because it's not. It's not. And I'm grateful for T.I. for putting this out there, in terms of not putting it out there, but in terms of him stating his stance and saying that he is not going to be supporting that brand anymore, which then leads other people. And the reason I brought up Kimora Lee is that Kimora, like I said, there are going to be other people that are going to also follow this lead, such as people like Kimora Lee that are in the public eye as well. And like I said, she's a designer. Her ex-husband's a designer. So this is, I'm sure that, and she was a model. So I'm sure she's worn Gucci at one point in her life, her whole family. So now it's like, damn, you got these other people that, are also in this industry. They like, oh, hell no. We're not about to support Gucci ass. Fuck that. No, we're not about to let our kids wear a motherfucking piece of wardrobe. I'm not wearing it. My husband not wearing it. My ex-husband, none of us. We ain't doing none of that shit. We about to boycott that shit. So that's where we at, Gucci. Since you want to be funny, since you want to make fun of us, since you don't respect our culture, we about to help you out a little bit there. You about to learn. Like Kevin Hart, you gonna learn today. If you didn't know, because that's what you said, right? Gucci, you say you didn't know, well, you gonna know. You're gonna find out, Booski, real quick, fast, in a fucking hurry. Yeah, you gonna realize it. Because no one has the right to do that. No one. And this is enough. Enough is enough. That's what I put on my IG page. Enough is enough, people. Enough is enough. People are too bold nowadays. They feel like it's okay because of what's going on with the politics. Don't let that shit fool you. And like I've said in my Chronicle before, don't let your president get your ass beat. That's what the fuck that means. Who the fuck does that? You know what I'm saying? Just because that shit seems like it's okay, it's not. Don't set yourself up for failure, because that's what's going to happen. Anyway, okay, I'm about to walk up in here. I'm at the workhouse in the parking lot. I just needed to say that because that shit was burning me up this past weekend. I saw T.I.'s video on Saturday, and I was like, wow. Like I've been seeing posts about it on Facebook, IG, and I've been hearing about it. And I saw his, something popped up on IG, and I was able to watch it, and I was like, wow. And then, like, I found it on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, he real about his shit. And the young lady that's on the IG video with him, I think she's a part of Black Lives Matter. And her name is Tamika, I believe. I don't know her off the top of my head right now, but I know that she's linked to Black Lives Matter. And she was just speaking on, just how, like I said, how, enough is enough, and that the apology is not gonna work this time around. You're gonna have to do better. So anyways, everybody, I just ask you to not support Gucci anymore. There has to be, and like T.I. said, he didn't say he would, he didn't say he would never wear Gucci again. What he said was he will not wear it or support Gucci until Gucci makes an actual effort to change their cultural and they're, you know, they're to change their culture and to, you know, redeem themselves. That's what he said. So to me, and the young lady Tamika that was, you know, in the video with him said the same thing. Like, you need to make a true effort to diversify, you know, your company, to, you know, make some real strides to move forward, to not only fix this error, but to make a permanent change in your company moving forward. And that's what T.I. agreed with. So I'm not, so correction, I apologize. I did say that he said he would never wear. He didn't say never. He said that he will not be supporting or wearing that brand until these other steps are put into place to, you know, to show that they're making a true effort to do better. So I can respect that. And so at the end of the day, Gucci, that's what you need to do. Because your sales, your revenue is about to be affected. And like I said, it's not just African Americans. It's other people that are against that type of foolishness. So it's not just blacks. Okay? It's people that don't believe in that type of stupid shit. So get it together, Gucci. Because you about to feel it. And if you didn't know, because that was your reasoning, now you know. No excuse moving forward. All right, y'all. I'm about to roll up out this piece. Throw y'all some deuces. I'm about to head into work. Happy Monday, everybody. Make it a good day. Okay? Bless somebody. Help somebody. Listen to somebody. Support somebody. Be positive. Don't let any of that negative energy get in your way. And we will talk soon. All right? Y'all have a good one.